My eyes! My eyes! Oh my gosh, dude! Get it off the screen, turn it off! Okay, before we get underway with this idea, with this commentary, with this topic, I just wanted to say, from one content creator to another, I respect the grind. I respect it. I'm not gonna go out there and disrespect you. I'm gonna disrespect the idea. Because the idea, in my opinion, sucks. But I get why you're going out there and writing articles about this. It's content. It's off-season stuff. You gotta go out there, try to make a living in these parts, right? And how do you make a living? By making content online. You make things that get clicks. So I'm gonna go out there and say that I respect Mr. Nick Butler for going out there and starting this conversation on social media, because you gotta earn that bag somehow. Nick is going out there writing articles about this, and I'm making YouTube videos about this same thing. I'm using a hyperbolized thumbnail and title because it's attention-grabbing, and I do think the idea kinda sucks, but no disrespect to the guy who made it. Because at the end of the day, content is content. So, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's rip into the bones of this idea here. Because the other day, we had ourselves Nick Butler, a writer for BroadStreetBuzz.com, make a hypothetical trade proposal on his Twitter account. It involves Philadelphia Flyers forward Travis Konecny. And because he's been in the trade rumor sphere the past little while here, his name has circulated in trade rumors because the Philadelphia Flyers are going through a rebuild. He is 26 years old, so he's not necessarily too young, but he is a very talented asset signed at $5.5 million a year till the end of 2025. Last season, he had a career-high 61 points in 60 games played, so he's a very capable NHL player, and for a guy who was playing on the gosh darn Flyers of all teams, you could understand why, as one of the longest tenured Flyers on the squad, he is a valued piece. If you're going to trade Konecny away, you're likely going to get a haul in return. And so, when it comes to the Flyers and their rebuild, Danny Briere going out there talking about everybody's on the table, you've got players that could be moved. Ivan Provorov was moved the other day. Konechny's in that conversation, and one of the teams that has been linked to him has been the Detroit Red Wings. We had ourselves some rumors popping out there saying that the Wings would be interested in getting Konecny. I think it was Elliot Friedman that went out there and said that. But now, because this is an idea, we had Nick go out there and post on Twitter a trade proposal. He's a Flyers fan. He writes for Broad City Buzz. By the way, Broad City Buzz is the Philadelphia Flyers version of Fansided.com. I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with Fansided and their articles. But Nick went out there and said this, and this tweet got 100,000 views. I'm not a big advocate for Konecny getting traded, but here's a trade proposal. Detroit gets Travis Konecny, Kevin Hayes, retained salary, and a second rounder, and the Flyers get the 9th overall pick, Moritz Seider, and Filip Zadina. Oh my goodness. Oh, Filip Zadina. Okay, that's a guy that we had talked about getting traded just a few days ago, so he's fine. Seider and the 9th overall pick, though? Oh, come on, man. The Flyers clear up some cap space on the right side, they move Konechny's contract, and obtain pieces that fit the timeline of this team. Nick Butler on Twitter, no disrespect to the guy, he only has 82 followers. But his tweet got 100,000 views and 80 quote tweets. The guy had almost the same amount of quote tweets on this tweet as he did followers, and you could imagine all the quote tweets are just Red Wings fans going out there and saying the same thing. Bro, are you okay? In fact, Nick took it a step further, and this is why I said respect to the guy for writing articles and making content, because he made an article about it. Take a look at this on BroadCityBuzz.com. Travis Konecny garnering interest from Detroit, and you could see the entire article goes out there and breaks down the situation. His intangibles, whatever, and then it talks about assets that the Wings could give Philadelphia for some sort of a Konecny deal. The article goes over Moritz Seider, the article talks about Filip Zadina, the article also talks about Lucas Raymond, and so any one of these guys getting traded for Konecny, plus Zadina, plus some assets, 9th overall pick, oh boy, dude. This is where I gotta chip in with my 2 cents here, because there are some very dedicated fans of the Fansided platform and their website, especially those in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, so Y'all go out there, sometimes you read articles that pop up on the website, and this just happened to be one of them. I gotta go out there and spill some water on your fire, man. I'm sorry. But Travis Konecny may be one of the best players, if not the best player, on the Philadelphia Flyers. Especially since after Claude Giroux left, this team was not as great as they had been, let's say when they were in the 2020 bubble playoffs, for example. But Konecny, even if he's a point-per-game center, even if he's making all the money that he is not worth Moritz Seider, Filip Zadina, and the 9th overall pick. Lucas Raymond, Filip Zadina, and the 9th overall pick. He's not worth that. In fact, you could debate that Moritz Seider by himself is worth more than what a Konecny could be. Not necessarily because, Seider is this extremely better, significant hockey player, but when it comes to the magnitude of importance to a hockey team, sure, Konecny is up there. Point per game forward, cheap contract, 26 years old, he is good. But Moritz Seider is just some sort of a different animal that we don't really have too much of a comparable player to see. He's a big right-handed guy, one of the better shutdown defensemen in the NHL already, had 50 points in his rookie year, and he's like 21 years old. This is a guy who is arguably already as important to the Wings as Konecny is to the Flyers, and you could debate that a point-per-game center may be on the same level as a shutdown defenseman who is as good as Seider is at reverse hitting and reading the defensive play and picking off passes and breaking the puck out and doing all the good things that Seider is capable of doing. You could say that their value is comparable. And so when you think about the idea of trading Seider for Konecny, not even just Seider, but with that 9th overall pick in this year's draft, bro, the Red Wings just traded away Tyler Bertuzzi. They just traded away Filip Hronek. This is not a team that's poised to quote-unquote winning now. They are more than happy to sit back, kick their feet up on the chair, take out the lighter and pull off another one of those Stevie Bong rips and just go, hey, we can chill out. Let's take a guy at the top 10 of this year's draft. We'll wait, and it's going to be a few years before we're contending again because that's the plan. Like, we're not going to rush things. We want to wait till Raymond and Seider and Edvinsson and Kasper and all these guys are in their primes. Sure, Larkin might be aging out a little bit because that guy's already 26, 27 years old, but still, he is the face of the franchise. He is the leader. He is the guy who is going to be the captain that goes down with the ship. He's going to command and help all these younger guys develop into their best selves. And so there is a clear plan here, and unfortunately Travis Konecny does not fit. He is in the same age range as Dylan Larkin is. It's just trading away as much future for Konecny. I'm sorry, man. It's not going to go through. Even with Kevin Hayes in the deal, even with the idea of Filip Zadina being taken off the Red Wings contract books, no, this is just not a trade idea that's even worth thinking about if you're a Red Wings fan. Now, the article does bring up the idea of talking about Raymond instead of Seider, but I feel like just the fact that Raymond was taken in 2020, like, he is so much younger here than Konecny, and even though Konecny is technically a better player, Raymond is not too far behind the guy. Like, he was taken 4th overall for a reason. What more do you want out of a guy who's just only in his 2nd year in the NHL? Like, Konecny is what people expect Raymond to be able to become within the next 2 years. Like, where is the logic here? I mean, okay, I see the logic. It's a Philadelphia Flyers fan trying to go out there and get the best assets available for his team. It's just the trade idea is so ridiculous that I had to go out there and make a video about it because everybody on my Twitter feed was talking about this too. The Grindline Pod guys, you had a whole bunch of people that I follow replying and reacting to this Twitter thread and the article itself. So I was like, yeah, like, the guy's making content that's getting people to watch. He's making content that gets people to click, read, and respond. And that right there, that's how you survive in this internet business of creating content and getting paid to do so. Is it shady? Yeah, I guess it is. But hey, you made it to the end of this video to listen to me talk about how shady content creation is. I can't say that I'm not doing the same thing, so yeah, you can lambaste me as well. To Nick Butler, the writer of this article, you did a good job because he got a 9-minute video out of me with this idea. I think the idea sucks, but hey, you got my clicks for your article, and it's going to be linked in the description if anybody wants to go out there and read it themselves. So go ahead and give Fansided your ad views if you wish to consume more of this article. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the idea of Seider or Raymond, plus the 9th overall pick and Zadina getting traded for Kevin Hayes and Konecny. It's a weird one, isn't it? But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below either way. I hope you enjoyed this Juraj 99, and bye.